Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the live session. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin dominance, stocks, and the crypto market. And I'm going to update you on my other trades and how's it going. So I hope you enjoy joining me. Let's see what we experience from here, and let's see how many people join today. So let's get into it, shall we? We see on the shorter time frame that Bitcoin's trying to break this very key resistance that I mentioned yesterday in the stream around 8,500, 88,500. So if you remember yesterday, we went over that the fact that Bitcoin had broken this downtrend and it hasn't yet come back to retest it, right? Which is where I would personally say, okay, this is like the optimal longing opportunity, which would be in the middle of this bullish breaker block around the 79, 78 and something change. Over here, that would be the ideal place, right? With if you would be bullish on Bitcoin and crypto as a whole, you would say, oh, here's what I want to take this long. It's trying to break the 79. It may be wicks there, or it's trying to hold it, or makes me does some SFP kind of, or even wicks below here, but it quickly overcomes it. Any of those scenarios are a very, very, very classic long for the remainder of the bull run. But the problem is Bitcoin is not retracing. And if we go to the daily, you can say that this is now Monday's range, which immediately would suggest, okay, if this was Monday's open and Monday's close, well, we could expect to see maybe a retracement towards Monday's lows. But when things get going, and if we're in fact in the middle of a short squeeze, the other option is that we also just don't retrace at all, and we hit all the way back to 90 and above, and only then we retest this resistance to see where it rejects. Now, if you see this resistance, this was a very, very, very powerful resistance, putting us like setting a top two times already. Like this was a breaker block. This served as some kind of support back then. This got broken once. It tried to reclaim it once, two, and this is going to be the third time. So will it slide through like butter? It might. We never know, and it's definitely trying to like right now. But something that I learned over in my trading journey is that most of the times that when I get wrecked is trying to preempt moves. So when you're trying to go say, oh, whoa, wow, it's about to break this resistance. You see how close it is? It's just about to break it. So I'm going to front run this break of resistance, and I'm gonna make money. Well, the reality is that most like 60 to 70% of the cases where this happens, you're actually longing the resistance, and it'll act as resistance because it's resistance. So I am not taking longs right now, even though things are looking like super juicy. Like you just look at Tau, which has been ripping lately, and it does look like, yeah, it probably wants to break out of this 340 range, and who knows where it's going to get at, right? But it hasn't retraced a single time, even to give us like a dip or something. Which, as a trader, you have to think to yourself, where would I want to long? Where is the discount area? And we haven't got any of those yet, and we may not, because the market always wants to make the fool out of the most people. And then what that means in this arena is that it will want to get people impatient. What that means is it'll probably maybe make not a single correction until people feel the FOMO and say, well, I guess it's not correcting. So they'll probably jump in around here, 92 to 95, and then we'll get the correction. If it doesn't correct right now, if it does move right back here, then I would be looking at this area of 78 to 80K as a potential long for the remainder of 2025, like breaking all-time highs and the whole thing. So I don't want to take up too much time because my friend Dudu and Matty have a live stream like in 5 minutes. I'll tell you what my updates on the trades are. I'm right now in a short and pie. I'm in a slight profit. The wick here basically raised. I was in a very good profits. But if you see this wick over here, because we're trading the shorter term, you can see that this week over here actually stopped me out of the trades because it was much more brutal for virtuals and other altcoins that I was on long in, and it also managed to change my bias because it broke this market structure. But it obviously ended up being just a fake out to the downside to get, retards like myself to change their bias and then just head straight up. So that is a possibility, but I am not taking the longs right now, and I'll tell you why, and I'll try to sum it up with this. This is what we're looking at here, guys. We're looking at right now from the lows. Let's draw a bit of a price range. We've gone up in Bitcoin almost 20% without a single correction. Now, can it keep going? Yeah, sure, it can keep going. But would I expect a 10% drop before we do? It's a good expectancy. We also have this now fair value gap on Monday's range. So even if not a full retrace, but even just a tit back to the 85, I would like to see that. But obviously, you don't always get what you want. And obviously, I'm speaking from a trading perspective. If you're just investing and you bought anywhere near this area, you should be fine. You shouldn't even worry, even if this goes back and tries to retest this lows. So again, for lastly, dominance, you see it's breaking out of this wedge to the upside, and it's right now above this kind of resistance wick that we saw touch earlier around the 64%. This is not good for our altcoin bags, guys. This is not good for altcoin bags. This means that if this keeps breaking up, you'll see majority of moves with Bitcoin. Very hard to predict one of many altcoins doing extreme pumps like you see Tau, but you don't see a lot of fall through in other coins. And then when Bitcoin corrects, right? If this keeps going up, what that means is that just alts are getting crushed even more. So unless this breaks down and starts re-entering this range, it's not looking good for alts. And yeah, so keep an eye on that, guys. There are a lot of new alts that are popping off. I'm seeing like Audio popped up today. If you see, I really like that coin because it speaks to me in music. But keep an eye on the market, guys, and let me know if this is helpful for you. These are short market updates. But yeah, I'll be still keeping track, and I'll fight my FOMO to get into any significant longs for the time being, because the bottom line is I do expect this 88.5 to offer some kind of resistance, but it can also just break it and then we'll retest it as support. This can also happen. So that was me, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And now go tune in to Yala Bitcoin and Dudu and Matty Greenspan Space, because they're my friends, and they're starting their stream right now. So go check them out. See you soon, guys.